Hey yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to Toe Tags Metal Reviews, and today we're giving you guys first impressions of the brand new Alice in Chains album titled Rainier Fog. So from this album, we have heard one of the singles called The One You Know, which we reacted to the music video that was released for that. I believe there was another single. I didn't get a chance to check it out, but I believe there was a second one. Now, I am an Alice in Chains fan. I've been into them for a while. I really like all their recent stuff. You know, their original stuff is always great, but I got into them when their newer stuff was starting to surface, so that's kind of where I'm rooted with enjoying the band. I don't think you're really too into them.
I'm not. I've never really been an Alice in Chains fan. Never got into them. I don't know, man. I missed that boat.
Yeah,
I was on the Nirvana boat back in the 90s, but I missed the Alice in Chains boat. I was doing Nirvana and Soundgarden, but Alice in Chains, like, it's not like I didn't like them or didn't listen to them. I heard their hits, I heard their stuff here and there, but never got too into them. So, but you know what? I'm looking forward to checking out a new album. I've heard good things about this album. People that I know, friends that I know that are fans of this band, that are big fans of this band, are telling me that this is their best album out of the last three. So basically since the new singer. So that's got my hopes up a little high. So I'm hoping that, you know, this album, you know, hits all in one for me.
Yeah, so we're about to go check it out, listen to the album for the first time in its entirety, and we will be right back to give you guys our first impressions of Rainier Fog. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we just listened to Rainier Fog for the first time in its entirety, and Vile, tell me what you think.
Okay. Oh boy. I don't like saying this. I don't like being like negative Nancy, but out of all the albums that we've reviewed, this off the bat has got my lowest score off of a first impressions. This just wasn't my cup of tea. I already said at the beginning of the video that I'm not an Alice in Chains fan. That holds true to this day. Okay, so let me just try to make some sense of this. I'll try to be a little positive. I'll try to be a little bit more uplifting with my points here. There was some stuff I liked, okay? One of the most consistent things that I wrote in my notes, as far as positive things goes, is I like the riffs. Almost every song had good riffs, cool riffs. The riffs were just like raunchy and just kind of just low down, mean, stoner metal kind of riffs. I dig that stuff. I really dig that stuff. But one of the downfalls with that is that these songs tended to drag on. The songs all felt too long. I pretty much for every song, one of my notes was too long, too long. Cut off 2 minutes, two and a half to 3 minutes per song, and you might have some great content there without it feeling like it's dragging too much, because I just felt like it was just dragging on each song. Some of these songs are upwards of like 6-7 minutes. Most of them are around the 4-5 minute mark. I feel like the style of this music, these songs are more suited for like a 4 minute maximum time frame. I had a few really low rated songs. I'm not even gonna get into them because I was just honestly feeling a little bored. I was trying to find positive things to say, but just they all kind of sounded the same to me, and I just wasn't feeling it. But I did have a couple songs that were rated kind of higher. One of them being Drone, track number 5, right in the midway part of the album. I thought, again, cool riffs, that stoner metal kind of vibe. There was some really cool guitar layering that was going on with some whammy bar effects, which happens throughout the album here and there, I noticed. But this song specifically, it just seemed to have a little bit of a specific style or flair to it that I was kind of grooving along with. I was feeling it, I liked it. It had a little bit of a long unnecessary outro. There's about 30 seconds of like some weird noises and then it goes to like silence or whatever. Other than that, my second highest rated one was the first single, The One You Know, which we've heard before. We did a reaction to the video like we mentioned. But my notes for that one are basically the same. Cool riffs, that raunchy stoner metal feel. You know, guitar solos on this album are pretty cool too. Nothing too technically fancy, but they're stylistically good. You got some cool I guess, wah-wah pedal effects and things like that, whammy bar type of things going on. All in all though, I'm not too impressed, man, but we'll see how it goes. But what did you think?
Well, you know, as an Alice in Chains fan, I felt this album did not hit the mark for me as much as the last two, which are Black Gives Way to Blue and Devil Put Dinosaurs Here. I share some of your complaints. Like, I also feel a lot of the songs were too long. The form of them, they just added literally one too many verses for every song. Like, if you cut out one verse chorus from each song, it would be so much more acceptable and it would feel a lot better. Because by the time you would get to that part near the end where they're doing another verse, I'm thinking, just end it.
Yeah, it could be over by now.
Exactly, yeah. My highest rated was Drone, like you. I felt the groove in that was nasty. The shuffle they did, just, oh. That's one thing I really love about this band in general, especially with their modern day albums, is that it's just the way it's mixed and how thick it all sounds. Like the way that this band is super duper on point with, you know, how they play together. It sounds really, really good. It may be a simple beat, but it sounds so nice. And that was consistent throughout the album. It's just, you know, I did feel things were too long. There were some songs I felt that just didn't really have something that really spoke to me. Like, maybe it was chill, like more relaxed than some of the other songs, and I liked that, but at the same time, nothing really like said to me, wow, this is a good song, presenting to me like it's something better than the rest.
Yeah, there was nothing screaming out.
Yeah, I did also like The One You Know. That was probably a good example of, I feel like, what this album should have been more like. It was to the point, it had a nice groove, and it was consistent and it sounded good, but other stuff just didn't really do it nearly as much for me. I would like to talk about the last song called All I Am, which is the longest track on the album at like 7 minutes. Like, it does break the 7-minute mark.
Yeah.
And, you know, when we were listening to it, like, it's very calm, very sad sounding, very spacious and open. And it goes like that for the entire 7 minutes. Like, over halfway through, I started writing in my note, like, okay, is it gonna change or like what's happening here? But by the end, it was literally the same thing. That being said, I don't feel like this is a terrible thing because it's a good album closer. To have such a big, open, just, you know, everything's done, the dust is settled kind of ending. So I feel that that's very effective. It's just with how many other songs drag on.
That's what I was just about to say.
It doesn't make this song as special as it should be.
That song could have been very special if there wasn't 4 or 5 other songs on the album that had the exact same type of effect. Yeah. It was kind of slow, kind of, I don't know, how you just described it basically. The last song being like that would have been cool, but it would have been a nice kind of swan song to the album. But you got 4 or 5 other tracks that kind of all go down that same avenue, so it defeats the purpose.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That being said, like, it's still, I don't feel like it still doesn't do its job, like, even given the other tracks. I feel like it's still a good album ender. It just could have been like a fantastic album ender if the other tracks on the album didn't overshadow it a little bit. But yeah, the main notes I was writing, like similar to yourself, is groove, groove, groove. These guys dig in really hard when they get into it. Very dissonant. You hear a lot of tritones, a lot of semitones, a lot of just really eerie stuff that just that catches your attention. Like, you hear it at the start of The One You Know, and it's like it's getting you so engaged really quickly.
Yeah.
So I like that, and I like how consistent that is. Sometimes it goes kind of overboard. Like, okay, this sounds kind of weird to listen to. But I mean, throughout the week we'll probably adjust. Who knows? Because we are going to be listening to this album all week, frontwards, backwards, anyway. And we'll be back for you guys to give you our final review on Rainier Fog. I really hope it does grow on me. Like I said, I
hope it grows on me too. It grows on me too.
I really like Alice in Chains, but like from a first impression after hearing the album only once, it's not as good as the other two for me.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens over the week. So guys, remember to like the video if you liked it. Comment, tell us what do you think of this album, what do you think of the rest of the Alice in Chains albums in comparison to this one. Remember to subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, because we always got metal content coming to you guys. I'm TV Fish.
And I'm Vile Self.
See you guys later.
Peace.